everyone, my name is Maya Santana Pilar, and I'm the Executive Officer of the Miss Canada Globe Productions, and I formally welcome you to the MCGP Primetime Night Live. And this is to get to know an MCGP national title holder. And tonight we're being joined by our reigning Miss Teen Canada Globe 2020-2021, Angeli Lachica. Hi, Angeli.
Hi, everyone. I'm Angeli Lachica, your Miss Teen Canada Globe 2020-2021. Thank you for having me, and thank you, everyone, for joining us.
Thank you. So, Angeli, how are you doing so far? How has it been for you, especially in this time of pandemic?
Well, during this pandemic, I am making sure to abide to the guidelines. I'm social distancing. I'm only out of the house for school and important events like these. And so I hope that everyone else is doing the same so that this pandemic can be over soon.
So I just want to find out so far, as a high school student, how is it so far about schooling, especially in this pandemic? Is it online classes, or you have to attend and be at school?
My school is doing a hybrid program, which means that we're online and in class. So every other day we go to school, real school, for 2 hours. And then on Fridays we switch cohorts because there's A and B. And so that's how it is. And then in the afternoon, every single day we have online for another 2 hours. And that's how our schooling is.
So you only attend school one day for 2 hours, is that correct?
2 days a week, 2 to 3 days.
2 to 3 days a week. And how long are the classes? How long do you have to be in school?
Only 2 hours, 2 hours, 30 minutes. We only have 2 classes per quadmester, that's how it's working now. And so we only have 2 classes to worry about.
Wow. That's actually good because it's not like you're congested in an indoor setting, but you get to have a relaxation time because you're basically home doing your homework or probably doing online classes, and then just be in school to do the technicalities of each course. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm sure a lot of the fans would like to know who Angeli Lachica is and what you're currently doing in your life, and your background. Just to let everybody know, Angeli Lachica is a proud Filipino Canadian, first generation Canadian, because she was born here. So Angeli, tell us about yourself.
So as Tomas has told you, I am a Filipino Canadian. My parents moved here from the Philippines and I was born here, and I'm really grateful for that because these opportunities that they've given me. And I am 15 years old. I'm in grade 10 and I go to St. Mary's, and that's my background.
So what do you currently do aside from your scholastic work? What have you been doing? Are you still involved in other activities, or are you passionate about sports or music programs?
Well, I love reading, and there used to be a club at school for that, but due to COVID, it's not happening this year. But I'm still part of many initiatives that are happening at my school, such as Best Buddies, Alliance for Compassion, the Eco Team. I'm part of a lot.
And just to let everybody know, Angeli Lachica was a former Little Miss Canada Globe, and this was back in 2016. So how old were you when you became Little Miss Canada Globe?
I think I was about 10 years old.
10 years old. So, and now it's 2020, so you're 15 now, right?
Yeah.
15. You just turned 15?
No. My birthday's in February, so I'll actually be turning 16 in 2 months.
Oh, wow. See? And when I met her for the first time, she was this small. So, and watching her grow up, it makes me so proud that actually she grew up in a very mature, responsible teenager and a good citizen. And can you tell us, first and foremost, the difference of you being a former Little Miss Canada Globe to now being a Miss Teen Canada Globe? It's like, because you were both in the MCGP system as a national title holder, and you won your international title when you competed as Little Miss Tourism Intercontinental back in Dominican. So tell us the difference, the way how you see things and experience it.
Well, as Little Miss Canada Globe, I think it's definitely way different than as Miss Teen Canada. As Miss Teen, I have way more responsibilities, which I think is better since I'm older now and I can definitely do more and use my voice more as a teenager than as a child as it was back then. The MCGP as a child, I think it's great. They didn't like stack a bunch of things on you for you to do. I still attended appearances, which were really fun. I went on walks and parades, and I got to like join in on them, and that's amazing. And with COVID, I'm not able to do those types of activities now, but MCGP is doing a great job of still giving me those opportunities to talk out and to show who I am.
So, being a Little Miss Canada Globe, and even after her reign, she became active in the pageant. Actually, if she was not gonna be Miss Teen Canada Globe, we were gonna give her the Legacy Queen title, because even after her reign as Little Miss Canada Globe and Little Miss Tourism Intercontinental, she was still part of MCGP, volunteering and helping out in the office during pageant week, helping out with sashes, putting stones and everything. So, and what made you decide, because you've already been a national title holder, you've already been a teen international title, actually a Little Miss international title holder. What made you decide to compete and go back to square one as Miss Teen Canada Globe?
Well, pageants have just done so much for me. MCGP has done so much for me, and I wanted to continue that experience and gain that experience that doing these pageants have given me. As a child, she can tell you, I wasn't the most confident. I was pretty shy as a child back then, but look at me now, like I'm here, I'm talking, and I'm having a great time and having fun doing it.
And just to let you know, this is not only her pageant system that she joined. She actually started off with Miss Philippines PCCF, or Miss Philippines Canada organization, where she was Little Miss Philippines Canada. So can you tell us the difference of your experience competing from a community pageant to being in MCGP?
Well, both pageants are amazing. I had fun at both of them. The difference though is that MCGP, they have like a week, 2 week long period where we do all of these amazing stuff together. It's not just the show and like the pageant. We go out together to places, we have fun together, we had that confidence training, and they taught us, Tito Kim, thank you for training us in how to walk and how to answer questions. At PCCF, it was just as amazing, but they didn't give us like that full
Bonding.
Yeah, and
Bonding with the girls. So, tell us how your experience was competing for Miss Teen Canada Globe, because I'm sure people would know. Okay, she was already she is in the MCGP system. So, but this was the first time you actually competed for your title, because when she was Little Miss Canada Globe, she won the title by application, because we don't do Little Miss pageants. So we get applications for Little Miss, and then from there we do the selection and pick her. But it's different this time because you actually competed in the Miss Teen Canada Globe national pageant. So tell us your journey throughout that competition.
Actually being able to compete in the competition was so much fun. As Little Miss Canada, I wasn't really part of the delegates. I was hanging out with the queens, having fun with them. So being able to actually experience what it's like to be competing for that title, it was amazing. Going on stage and walking on the swimsuit and doing all the fashion shows was so much fun, and meeting all of the delegates, because the Queens there's only a few people, but when I competed as Miss Teen, I got to meet so many different people and really bond and connect with them, have that sisterhood, so that's the difference.
Well, I can tell you, and to all our fans, that she has matured a lot. And she's grown up to be so beautiful. And, you know, even, I'm going to tell you this, and I'm sure your sister queens and your pageant sisters can tell you from this batch. When she won, usually people would be like, other people, if they didn't win, they would be bitter about the winner. But people who actually competed in your category, they were very happy for her because she knows that she deserved it. So just want to say that to everybody, that we are very fair and square when it comes to our pageant system, and we never gave her like a priority because she was a former MCGP title holder competing for a team title. And you can tell them that yourself. How did the administration and the executive actually treated you competing for the team title?
They treated me the exact same as all of the other delegates. I barely had any contact with them except for when they were explaining things to us or going over the contract. I didn't get any special treatment, and I'd like to say thank you for that, because I think it's important that I won this title with my own ability and power, and I think that you guys need to remember that as well, that you can do anything you want, like with yourself, by yourself, you can do it.
So I'm sure a lot of the teenagers out there are actually asking, like, how does it feel being a teenager competing in a swimsuit? Because not everybody can be so accepting, especially when it comes to religious backgrounds and stuff like that, that they don't really like to have their girls, especially in a young age, walking around in a swimsuit. But tell us about why it's important to have a swimsuit competition from your own point of view as a teenager.
I know lots of people in my generation and in my age, they're really insecure about themselves and their body. They have lots of self-confidence issues. And the swimsuit competition, you wouldn't think it would give you more confidence, but it does. Like being able to walk on stage and stretch your stuff and show them that this is who I am, and you can't change anything about me, and I'm proud of that. It's just amazing, the feeling. And I wish that all of you had the opportunity to feel that way.
I'm sure a lot of Filipino pageant fans out there worldwide are very interested in you. Do you know how to speak Tagalog?
Sadly, I don't know how to speak. I really want to learn though. Like, speaking the language is really important to like my culture, our culture, and my heritage. And so I'm hoping to be able to learn how.
But you understand?
Yeah.
But do you know how to speak Bisaya?
I don't know how to speak
Anything? Okay, yeah, because your parents are from Aklan, right? So I'm sure they don't speak only Tagalog, but they also speak the dialect, which is Bisaya or Ilonggo, I'm not sure. You and I are in the same boat because we're both Canadians, and like being born in Canada, it's kind of like the only reason how I learned Tagalog was my mom was so strict when I was young, but I'm sure that you will learn it. You will find it in yourself to learn it because of the fact that here in Canada we're so proud to be multicultural that we want to go back to our roots. That's how I found my passion in learning how to speak Filipino again. But can I ask you something? I'm sure a lot of people would like to know, what is your advocacy? What is your platform?
My platform is to help people with special needs. As I've told you before, I'm part of the Best Buddies initiative at my school, which their platform is basically people on the spectrum. And so I'm hoping to be able to do a lot with them. And with COVID, I'm trying to find more opportunities to spread awareness about this type of stuff. But I'm hoping that when this is over, I'll be able to really talk about it. And even with like the COVID and the restrictions and the lockdown, I want to try and have those talks, maybe go live more, But yeah.
Okay. So now let's talk about the Sisterhood Mentorship Program, because that is the advocacy of MCGP, which is for our national title holders to mentor future delegates that are going to MCGP, and they have the responsibility to choose the girls that they like to mentor. What is Sisterhood Mentorship Program for you?
Sisterhood Mentorship Program is an opportunity to be able to share my knowledge of pageantry and pageants to people who need it and that could definitely use it. And just being able to have that relationship with someone and be able to guide them, I just think that it's amazing that I can be a part of that and that MCGP is giving me the opportunity to help someone with that. And the sisterhood, it's just amazing. Like, I want people, all other girls, to be able to experience what I've experienced, and MCGP will really help you with that.
So I'm sure a lot of people, especially young teens nowadays, would say, so why is the Sisterhood Mentorship Program linked in the form of pageantry? Because some people would say, well, anybody can be a sister, but why is it important for girls? Because some girls will be hesitant to compete or join a pageant. Why do you think it's important for teenagers to experience being in pageantry, for young teen girls?
I know many of you might think that behind the scenes in pageants, all the girls hate each other and are trying to ruin their chances to win, but it's the complete opposite. Backstage, we're helping each other, telling each other if our makeup's a little off, or helping zip up the dresses, or corset them, those can be a real struggle. And so the pageants doesn't bring that down, it helps build you up and have that bond, build up that bond with people and share the experience of a pageant with other people. It's not a one-person competition, you're helping each other and working together.
Okay, so I'm sure a lot of the girls out there would like to know, if they choose you to mentor them, what can they experience from you as a mentor?
If you choose me as a mentor, I've been in the pageant industry for about 5 years, so I can give you lots of tips and tricks in how to walk, how to present yourself, how to do Q&A, and so I hope that you let me help you to do better in pageants and give you the opportunity to have the best chance possible of winning the title and crown.
Okay, and I'm sure a lot of people would like to know, what being an MCGP queen and going through the experience of being in the pageant system, what has this done for you personally?
Personally, pageants have completely changed my life. As a child, I was a bit shy. I kind of just read my books and didn't have that many friends. But through pageants, I was able to make those friendships. And it's really, like, it's kind of crazy to imagine how much more confident I've become. Sometimes I'll just, like, stop and think, wow, I would have never done this or taken this opportunity if it wasn't for pageants. I find myself joining as many clubs and initiatives as possible to help and give to the community. I am volunteering to do stuff in school. I'm always answering questions and helping my fellow students. And so pageants has done a lot for me.
Thank you for sharing that. And I'm sure a lot of the people would like to know, if they want to ask you to mentor them, how can they get in touch with you?
You can get in touch with me at Facebook. My name is Angeli Lachica, Angel with an I, and then Lachica, Lachica. You can also get to me through Instagram. My user is Angelix_0 to 18. Once again, Angeli, Angel with an I, and then an X_0 to 18. And you can finally reach me at my email, angelidesiree@hotmail.com. ANGELIDESARIE@hotmail.com.
Okay, so I just want to confirm that again to our viewers. It's A as in Adam, N as in Nancy, G as in Godfrey, E as in Edward, L as in love, I as in India, Desiree, which is D as in Douglas, A as in Adam, E as in Edward, S as in Sam, A as in Adam, R as in Robert, double E as in Edward at IE, sorry. I as in India, E as in Edward at hotmail.com. So just to have everybody know. So now let's talk about your international pageant. She's Miss Teen Canada Globe, and she's the official representative for two major international teen pageants. And that is the Miss Teen Universe, which will be held this April in Nicaragua. I'm so excited about that. And then the Miss Teen Mundial, which is happening for the Miss Teen Mundial 2022 pageant, because of 2021 we still have Maya Caron, who is our Miss Teen Canada Globe 2019-2020. So I'm sure people would like to know, what is your game plan for the Miss Teen Universe and Miss Teen Mundial?
My game plan is to just improve as much as I can. Even though I know that I am good at what I do, there's always room for improvement, and so I'm hoping that I can help with my walk, and especially my Q&A, trying to get better at answering questions and showing my personality with those questions and showing who I am. And I just want to be able and be prepared as much as possible to help bring home the crown for Canada, and that's it. Thank you.
And as I mentioned, you've done it before. You've brought the crown of Little Miss Tourism Intercontinental, but now this is a very different ballgame because it's more serious competition. So, and I know that you will do your best to win the crown again and bring the crown home to Canada. So I wish you good luck on that.
Thank you.
And before we end this show, I'd like to ask you something, because I'm sure a lot of people are facing a lot of hardships right now in regards to the pandemic. A lot of people have lost their jobs. A lot of people are affected or lost someone because of COVID. What is your message to the people of Canada and to the world?
My message to all of you is that this is just a bump in the road of life, and that you should use this as an opportunity to learn something new, like a sport or something, or start a new hobby like knitting, and to become a better you. And that all of the people who've lost someone, my condolences are to you, and I hope that they'll find peace and that you find peace. And I just like to say that, and that COVID, this whole pandemic and lockdown, it will be over soon, and it will be over eventually, and now we just need to follow the regulations and the guidelines to help speed that process along.
And again, I have to say this to a lot of people, because people would say, how could we send a girl internationally through pandemic? First and foremost, the main priority and concern of MCGP is the safety and protection of our Canadian title holders. And we left for the Miss Globe pageant last October, and I can tell you, international organizers will never do a pageant that they know it will put people in danger. So it's either they move the pageant to a later date, or if they see that the pageant is possible to be done live, they will do every single thing to practice safetiness and protection for all the contestants all over the world. So with that knowing, Angeli, I know that you are very well protected and safe by MCGP and by the Miss Teen Universe pageant, especially with Alexander Montiel, and also the Miss Teen Mundial pageant. But by that time, 2022 for Miss Teen Mundial, I'm sure there will be no more
Okay.
COVID. But I'm excited for you to see that because obviously you've won the sash, you've worn the sash of Canada internationally, but this time it is different because now you are a grown young lady, and I'm so proud of you. And I just want to say thank you so much for joining with us. And I'm sure a lot of people out here, especially in the Filipino community in Canada, or the Filipinos throughout the world, might be interested in supporting you and helping you for your international pageant. So again, you can contact Angeli and her family. I'm sure her mom and herself will be happy to accept any support and sponsorship. Again, could you spell your email address and spell it literally so that like the way how I did it, and it's better coming from you, so that you can tell them it clearly.
Okay, so my email is A as in angel, N as in ninja, G as in giraffe, E as in elephant, L as in love, I as in India, D as in dog, E as in Edward, S as in sand, A as in angel, R as in Richard, I as in India, and finally E as in Edward @hotmail.com. And I'd just like to thank in advance to anyone who decides to sponsor and help me in my journey for the Miss Teen Universe and the Miss Teen India pageant. Thank you.
Thank you. And there you have it. So please stay tuned as Angeli will go live at the Miss Teen Canada Globe by MCGP Facebook page to explain more about her views on the Sisterhood Mentorship Program, and that will be happening in a couple of hours. And again, I would like to thank you, Angeli, for taking the time to join with me tonight. And I would like to thank the Toronto Valley Hotel for providing this beautiful space for us to have our live virtual show, as well as my Strata Fashions and Kimberlyn for providing me with this wonderful outfit and hair and makeup styling for tonight's show. My name is Mai Santana Pilar, and thank you so much for joining us at MCGP Primetime Live.